Hey, it's me again in video form. um, yeah, before I even start this, I have to tell you a funny story. So, today I had this really long day at work, and I got home and I didn't feel like cooking. So, my roommate and I went out to dinner, and then I hit the gym for an hour and a half, and I was thinking, man, I'm really tired, but it feels like there's something I forgot to do today. My favorite aunt, wonderful Aunt Becky, asked me to make a video about brainstorming for her class, which intimidates the crap out of me. That a group of third graders are going to watch me talk about brainstorming because I don't know. I don't know. I'm a writer. I don't make videos. I write things and edit them and then put them up. But, I'm making a lot of videos now, so maybe I'm changing my ways. So I got home from the gym and I put on a nice shirt and some earrings and some red lipstick, but there's like sweat caked in my hair right now, and you can't see this, but I've got on my workout pants and my running shoes. Yeah, I didn't even take a shower before I made this video. I'm a poser from here up. I almost see my hair's kind of a mess, but I almost look like a respectable adult that you should listen to about brainstorming. Those kids might be fooled. Anyway, I thought that was funny. Just a random story. Like I said, I want to encourage us because in my last video I talked a lot about how this is a time of year that is just full of temptation. And we got to dig in and do all we can. And speaking of temptation, my boss came to work today. And he walked in my office and he said, Erin, I just want you to know I really appreciate you. And then he handed me this. Do you see how many different kinds of chocolate are in this bowl? This is a huge bowl of temptation, is what this is. So I gave some away to my coworkers. I'm not gonna lie, I ate some. And I don't know what I'm gonna do about it. See, that's why you need a man in your life, is when you get crap like this. Maybe I should just wrap it up, and next time I go on a date, I'll be like, hey, sweetie, I just wanted to bring you this. Men bring flowers, women bring chocolate. Homemade, not by me, but you don't need to know that. But the next guy's taking me to a healthy place, so this probably wouldn't fly. I need somebody who eats chocolate to come sit on my couch and just. Somebody who eats chocolate and is not gonna. I don't know what I need. I don't want to make somebody unhealthy, but this stuff is like a serious temptation for me right now. Anyway, so yet another reason we need to be encouraged. And I actually was encouraged the other day. I was listening to, not watching, NPR, and they have this program called The People's Pharmacy. I don't know if anybody ever listens to that, but they had Chef MD on, and that's Dr. John LaPuma. He practices internal medicine. I guess he still practices. He has this huge, thriving business in basically it's like preventative medicine through food. He thinks that you can control a lot of common health conditions just by increasing the quality and monitoring what you eat better. And anyway, he's pretty renowned. I don't know if you've all heard of him, but apparently he's really popular. A lot of people put a lot of faith in him, and he came on the show and talked about some things I thought were really interesting. There were actually 3 different subjects I thought he did a really good job covering. The first was that he said motivation is not enough to lose weight, but then he provided 3 tips on losing weight. With that said, he said the first thing is you have to make the healthy choice the easy choice. So, what that means is this needs a new home because the unhealthy choice is the easy choice in my living room right now. And our tree is still not decorated. We've almost decided just to leave it without ornaments because you gotta take all that stuff down. We work all the time. I don't know. I'm getting off topic. So the first thing is make the healthy choice, the easy choice. ADD. Um, so you go through your kitchen and you get rid of the things that are going to tempt you and going to take you off track. And that can be anything from a bag of chips to some chocolate to, whatever. And you replace all those things with things that will satisfy you and feed you and provide nutrition. The second tip was don't drink your calories. He is a big advocate of water and tea without sugar. This man cannot be Southern, but just don't drink your calories. It was a major point he made. And if you sit down every day, if you just went a normal day, if you aren't on a diet at all, you just went a normal day and you wrote down all the calories in your drinks, you would understand what a huge deal that is. I used to be addicted to Dr. Pepper, and I'm not gonna lie, sometimes the craving still rears its ugly head. But that was $150 a can. I sat down and added it up, and I really don't miss it as much as I thought I would. So I agree with him. That's a huge one. And the third thing is he has this theory, and I don't know how I feel about this because I'm a person who believes in bulk. But he says you have to right size your plates and your glasses, which I don't know why you have to right size your glass if you're not drinking calories. That confused me. But anyway, he says tall, narrow glasses. Maybe that's if you're drinking something with calories. So it looks like maybe it tricks your mind into thinking you have more, but it's actually a smaller portion. And he said as far as the plates go, you're supposed to use a salad plate, so a 6-inch plate, and you don't cover the rims. So you keep it full inside the rims. And he thinks that I'm sorry, my nose is a little runny. That's disgusting. Anyway, he thinks that using a smaller plate and having it full is like reassuring to your mind. And one of the other points he made that kind of ties into this is he says that you really need to make dinner a to-do at your house. So you just stop everything and you sit down to the table. He even said stuff about like making the table and using nice dinnerware, maybe having a centerpiece or something so that you don't have any distractions. You're just sitting down, maybe to somebody you enjoy being with. If you're married or you have a significant other or you have a roommate. I actually like my roommate. It's nice. You sit down with somebody, you enjoy their company, and you just have a leisurely dinner. And I like that. I like that concept. And he said one thing specifically about the holidays is one of the biggest joys in food is anticipation. Once you've taken the time to anticipate something and then to have it, it just part of the experience, part of the positive experience is what comes before it ever happens. So he said, don't walk into a party or somewhere where you didn't anticipate eating food and just go for it. Wait until it's something you really want. It's something that you're going to be thinking about before you get there, and then that's what you should splurge on a little bit. And the last thing, and I think I may have talked about this before, but he gave 4, let's see, what was it? There's this thing called the Weight Loss Registry. I think he said it's at Brown University now. And it records the habits and the surveys of people, this group of people who've lost weight and kept it off for more than 6 years. And there are 4 things that these people tend to have in common across the board. One is that they individualize their plan. And we've talked about that on this blog before. You have to find what works for you, and it's not always the same. My friend Tony is a huge fan of the South Beach diet. He doesn't want to log, track, or write anything down. That's not his personality at all. So he does South Beach, so he has principles. When he eats out or anything like that, he knows the things he should order and the things he shouldn't, and that works for him. For me, I'm very type A, and I don't want to give up a certain food group, so moderation and tracking calories works for me every time. So you have to find what works for you and then even that plan that works for you, you make it individual to your lifestyle. So you make it something that fits in and starts to feel comfortable. Then the second thing is he said they exercise at an average of 300 minutes a week. So I don't know how you want to average that out. You know what? Let's pull out my calculator real quick and see. I can't do math in my head. I'm not one of those people. Allie can do math in her head. No, not me. I was the English major. She was the math major. It's like we were perfect complements to each other as friends. Okay, 300 divided by 7. So that's like 43 minutes a day. You know, that's a good walk or something. So that was the second thing, 300 minutes a week of exercise. The third thing was they self-monitored. So, sometimes the weight sneaks up on you before you realize it, but these people keep track, so it doesn't sneak up on them. They're aware constantly of what's going on with their body. And I read about a girl who had lost over 100 pounds, and one thing she did when she got to her goal weight is, excuse me, she set up an alarm system. So if she gained, I think it was 10 pounds, if she gained 10 pounds, the alarm went off. She had to stop everything and get it off. She weighed herself every week. And if it ever crept up 10 pounds past her goal, then that was just, everything's got to stop. I've got to handle this. This is a red flag for me. So definitely self-monitoring on a regular basis, probably a weekly basis. Some people use a scale. Most people probably do. Some people use their belt. If I have to take it to a different notch, then there's a problem. There's a difference. Anyway, whatever you use. And the last thing he talked about was accountability. Having somebody who you let see how you're eating, how you're exercising, what's going on, what trends are happening in your life. He said it's important, and I agree with this, it's important that this person not be your significant other, your parent, your best friend, because those people, you kind of have a fragile relationship. You think you can say anything, but the truth is you're trying to protect each other on some level, and you're trying not to hurt your relationship, and you know where the lines are and how far you can and can't push. But this person that's holding you accountable needs not to be close to you. I mean, it could be somebody objective like a nutritionist. It could be your doctor if you go for checkups and something's changed. But it needs to be somebody somehow. It could be, a support group, a weight loss support group that you go to. I don't know. There are a lot of different ways you could think this out and come to, a conclusion of who this could be. But it needs to be somebody who's not really that close to you otherwise. This is the primary relationship. Because that person can be brutally honest with you. And if you need a wake-up call, they can hand it over to you. But anyway, this is kind of long. I'm sorry. Those are just some ideas I thought were really helpful. And I just hope everybody's encouraged, doing well. This is a really hard time of year. I keep saying that because it really is. I'm going to come back. I'm still kind of researching and trying to get myself together. Seriously, I need to detox tomorrow. I need to hardcore detox tomorrow. I'm talking spinach smoothies all day or something. Okay, that's not going to happen. But maybe one. Spinach smoothies aren't so bad if you put fruit in there. You can't taste them at all. I'll post a recipe sometime. But anyway, just hang in there. Like I said, let's just push through Christmas. By January 1st, everybody's going to be making their New Year's resolutions, and there will be a lot more support for this, everywhere you look, how to lose weight, best healthy recipes. So, hold on till then, and I'll be back with more later. I hope everybody's doing well. Bye.